Hello, good morning. It's Saturday, the 23rd of February, 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom tour coming to you from Bracknell in Berkshire. The fog has lifted outside. It looks like it's going to be another wonderful, wonderful day. I did something yesterday that I don't think I've ever done in February when I'm in this country. I shall come to that in a moment, all right? Well, good morning to you, gang. The wrist has very, very quickly recovered now. Look at this. I think it's like quite normal now. Quite normal now. I did ring the doctors straight after the show yesterday, who told me the picture hadn't come through yet and to try a little bit later on. Those of you who don't know, I had a bit of a bad fall. Ray Reynolds says to me, as you're young, you know, people say, oh, you fall over. When you get older, it's you've had a fall. It's true, isn't it? So I had a fall. I had a fall on Wednesday night. It wasn't from a great height, but from the bottom step, I stepped onto a shiny floor, which I've got downstairs, and I slipped. I was in my socks and really hurt my hand badly. But we thought it had sprained. Went to the doctor, sent me to the hospital, X-ray. And that's it, really. It really hurt. The first night was really bad, stopped me sleeping. But it's got better gradually. And then in the last 24 hours, it's almost completely recovered, I think. So I'm quite pleased about that. I did ring the doctor in the morning, didn't have the photo. She said, ring back after 3 o'clock. And I rang back, I think it was about 4:30. And she said, well, yes, we've got the x-rays here, but the doctor hasn't looked at them yet. Call back Monday. Yeah, you know. I was when I heard it, everything happened very quickly, actually. You know, from going to the doctor, going to the hospital, getting all that done. Now, but the results, well, I'm going to have to wait 3 days. Bit mad, isn't it? I mean, what if it was still hurting? A friend of mine, Duke, who was a medic once at one of London's nightclubs, he said I should have gone to a walk-in centre, and there they would have just done it all there. Put that on, put some sort of bandage on it, I suppose, to keep it straight and all that. But he said we'd done it there and then. All this mucking around at doctors, dear. But no, I won't know till Monday. Is there any point in wasting a call on Monday? It all seems to be sorted now. So I did that. I went downstairs after the show yesterday. I'm now able to play the piano organ. Okay, so we're on for tomorrow. Chris Reardon makes his organ-playing debut tomorrow. Oh, yes, with my favourite hymn of all time. Praise my soul, the King of Heaven. Da, 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 da. Oh, it'll all be happening tomorrow. So that's where I am. Very fast recovery on the old wrist. I'd even managed to do a bit of hoovering yesterday. Hoover. Managed to do hoovering yesterday. And then I had dinner. While I was having lunch, I watched another episode of Death in Paradise, which I quite like. I'm on number 4 now, I think. Number 4 or number 5, which I do enjoy that. There's a lot of humour in that. It's finished now, but it is still on the BBC iPlayer, but not for very long, so that's why I'm trying to watch them all before they take them off. And then I took my stuff back into the kitchen to wash up. And I looked in the garden and I thought, it does look nice out there today. The sun was shining. I'd got my deck chair. It's like a deck chair, but not quite, you know. It's one of those metal frame things with the long padded cushions on it. And I'd put that outside because after winter, it's a bit damp and mouldy. And I put it out in the sun and that gets rid of all the damp and all that. And I thought, I wonder if it's a little bit too cold to lay out there. Anyway, I got a towel, put it on top of the thing, and I laid in the sun in February. I don't think I've ever done that while being in the UK in February before. Unbelievable. Because it's a winter sun, it's very it's warm. Just below warm. So I didn't need a jumper on or anything like that because there was no wind yesterday. It was so nice laying on there. Because often in the summer, I can't really lay in the sun if it's really hot. That just does me in, that does. But yesterday I was able to lay there for about an hour with my eyes closed. You know, when you close your eyes and you see it, it's all red, isn't it? Like you can see the inside of your eyelids. That's all red. Literally just laying in the sun. Oh, what a lovely morning it was. Couldn't believe it. And then on the Facebook yesterday, I noticed a lot of other people had been laying in the sun and this, that and the other. So good on you. good on you. But a absolutely beautiful day yesterday. It really was. Anyway, so that was my day yesterday, really, during the daytime. Very busy at the karaoke last night. That was a good night. Very, very busy at the karaoke last night. Maureen turned up. She's not been very well with a chest infection. Someone else has got a chest infection, but it's a lot more serious at the moment. I'll come to that in a minute. Most people in there sang only twice last night. It was that busy. Most people sang twice. I think 2 people sung 3 times. And they were in there at 8:30 and they got their notes in before everyone else. So, I mean, you can sing more than once. More than twice sometimes, so you got to be there early. There were some people, they were there at 8:45, and they only sang twice. It was really that busy in there last night, so that was good. And I did have a laugh yesterday, non-PC private jokes with my friend Peter A. He often sings gold. I'm always taking the mick out of him. I tell everyone he sings. He's very talented because he can sing songs on just one note, which is marvellous, really. So I was having some non-PC jokes with him, and we were howling. When some stuff that I couldn't really tell on the microphone. We were absolutely howling in there last night. And that was my day yesterday. Right, let's say hello to some of you. First message of the day from Katie Ann Patterson, who sends me a rose. Some say rose. What is that song? La, 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 la. Is that a Bette Midler? La, 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 la. The Rose. What a dreary old depressing song that is. Please don't sing it at my karaoke nights. Depressing or what? La 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 la. Go away. Alan Russell, good morning. He's on his way to London until Thursday, so I'll see you on Monday. Okay, Alan, safe trip to you. Hello to UK English. Good morning to you. The lovely Shania is there. Thank you, Shania. Shania, are you my subscriber? On my religious music channel. Are you my subscriber? I've got one. I've got a subscriber on my music, on my religious music and hymns channel. I think that must be you, is it? Hello to Michael Pullman. Good morning. Ray Reynolds is in the house. Good morning, Ray. Dr. S.O.S. Gregorian. Good morning to you. As Adrian Richardson. Morning, Adrian. Katie says it was a beautiful day here as well on the Gold Coast in Australia with her daughter Zaria. I bet it was. Oh, such a... Bring on... Let's have some more of this global warming. You know, long as I'm all right, I'm not worried about people in other countries having to stand on their tippy toes to keep their heads above the water. We'll have some more global warming, please. Thank you very much. Yes, no more winter. This is the winter of discontent. No, it isn't, because there isn't any winter. Mornings to JoAnna over there on YouTube. Good morning, lovely JoAnna. Hope you're having going to have a nice day today. I'm certainly looking forward to my day. And James Greswold, good morning. The wrist is okay. Have you bought any more Lego? No, I haven't actually. I've got a Lego downstairs that my niece gave me for Christmas. It's the small Houses of Parliament one. But the small one, you know, not the great big one. It's a small one. So I've been waiting to put that together the last 2 months, actually. I must get on with that and display it here in the Mirable studio. That's what I shall do. What else have I got to someone else? Oh, yes, my mate. My mate's in hospital at the moment. My best mate. Yeah. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know that he's been suffering dreadful chest infection for months. I mean, literally for months, and he's gone to and from the blooming doctor, to and from the lung specialist centre in Windsor, and it's just got worse and worse. And I remember, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday night in the morning, the next morning, he rang me up and he says, I woke up last night. He said, I'm gasping for breath here. There's something wrong. Anyway, eventually, he goes to a specialist hospital as well in London, the Chelsea and Westminster. And he went in there. He took himself in there yesterday and they've kept him in straight away. Noticed that he's got some very, very dodgy bug. Two lots of infections in his lungs for which are required specialist antibiotics, right? Now, apparently, at the lung centre, they had this information there, but no one acted on it. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. You know, so he's in hospital at the moment. Last night he had, I spoke to him this morning already. Last night he had 4 nebulizer things, you know, that mask with the steam stuff that comes out with the drugs in there, I suppose. And what else? I think he's got one of those big needles in his arms where the specialist antibiotics are going in. His lung function oxygen level, I think that went down to 90% last night. It's supposed to be 98%. I mean, I don't know how serious that is, but went down to 90%. I know about these lung things because my one of my what are they called? Great nieces. One of my great nieces, she's severely disabled and she's attached to all sort of machines permanently. And that's got a lung function thing, and the alarm goes off, you know, if it goes below a certain number, like I think maybe 90, 95 or something like that, this alarm goes off and they have to get a little sucking machine. Literally, they get a tube and they put it down there and it sucks out phlegm and all that. It's awful, really. But he went down to 90% last night, so the doctors gave him something else. I'm not quite sure what. But yeah, so he's in the hospital at the moment. I mean, honestly, terrible. What if he'd have stayed at home and, okay, I'll stay at home a little bit longer. Could be dead now. Dreadful, really. Absolutely dreadful. Anyway, I think he's going to do something about that. You know, to have a set of results, I mean, I don't know the whole story, but to have a set of results sitting there and no one acts on it, it's just madness. Dreadful, dreadful. Oh, you're very quiet this morning, aren't you? No one's talking to you. You're usually talking to each other there, aren't you? Very, very quiet this morning. Didn't I tell you I popped into Vodafone the other day? You know, I've got this thing with Virgin Media, and I'm not happy paying £53 a month anymore for my broadband when I see all these deals going on. And I told you the Network 3 are doing a 4G broadband for £22 a month. That works all over the 4G. No wires coming into the house. And I use this system at the caravan to do my shows down there. Well, I popped in Vodafone to see what they've got. They do a wired in-connect, very, very fast. Not as fast as my Virgin, but then again, I don't need that speed. You don't need 350 meg coming down, okay? They do, I think it's a 75 meg up and down, of which I've already done a test here, and it says I can get 56 meg up and down. And that's £29 a month. So I'm trying to weigh up in my mind whether I want to go 4G or stay with a wired connection and get the Vodafone one for £29 a month. But I'm definitely going to change my broadband. Definitely. I had this offer come through yesterday from Virgin once again for television and broadband. It's something like 70 quid a month. How much are you people paying for your television? I mean, I don't know. The only subscription television I have here is Netflix. Can I just ask any of you with Sky, what are you paying? I'm sure some of you have got Sky on there. Or Virgin Media, you know, with all your other bits and pieces. But somebody's paid like £80 or £90 a month. Are you for real? For television? For television? To watch television? 90 quid a month? All these sports things and all this. You see, when I was a child, and Ray Reynolds will tell you this as well, this was all free. You know, football match or boxing match or rugby, cricket, any was on the telly. You just turned it on. It was free. That was it. People have got blooming greedy. You've only got to see how much money some of these football stars are earning. Greedy, dear. Greedy. How many tens of thousands of pounds do they get paid for one game? It's wrong. And you're paying for it. If you're a football fan and you're a bit peeved about, I don't know, who's the one with the funny face and the false hair? What's his name? Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney. If you're watching Wayne Rooney, can't believe he's being paid all that money, and you're going to football, well, you got no argument, mate. Stop going. Stop going. If everyone stopped going to these football matches and paying an arm and a leg for the tickets, I know, because my nephew goes down to Chelsea, and I know what he spends down there. I know what he spends. If you're one of those people that go down there and moan about, well, don't go. If everyone didn't go, the prices would still soon come down. No one's paying. I don't think people are playing football for the love of it anymore. It's just the money, isn't it, all the time? David says, go with EEG4. Yeah, I think you mean 4G. You can also get free Wi-Fi calling. No, well, the thing is with the EE, that won't be unlimited. I'm sure that won't be unlimited, David. The 4G3 is unlimited. That's the thing. That's £22 a month. The Vodafone wired in is £29 a month for the super fast. I am paying at the moment, just for broadband, £53 a month. I don't want to pay that anymore. It's too much. Far too much to be paying. Good morning to Timmy Thomas. Good morning, young Timmy, who says, we were about to dump Virgin, spoke to them, and they have dropped from £55 to £25. All we have is broadband and landline. No TV. Try that first. Well, I have tried them already, Timmy. I've tried them already, but the bloke did say to me on the phone, he said, you are a little bit early making the call. And I said, oh, right, what do you mean? He said, call us about a week before you're due to run out, and that's when you'll get the best deal. So I might have to do that. But when I rang them the other day, it was still coming out at over 40 quid. The best that they could, they told me they would drop my speed, which is all right, you know, that they couldn't get it down less than 40 quid. So if that's the case, no, I won't do it. You know? I mean, I'm not going to be without internet. If I get to the end of the deal, right, and then, because you've got to give Vodafone or whoever you go with a bit of time to sort you out. So you don't want one to finish before the other one starts. You know what I mean? I mean, it would be okay to just roll it over, you see? Because when your contract ends, they don't cut you off then. You know, you just go back on the non-contract rollover thing at a slightly higher price, probably, I would imagine. But that would be okay to run that for a month, you know, while someone else puts another one in. But that's probably the thing to do, Tim. You know, leave it right until the last minute and then ring them up. Morning to Rob Kershaw. Good morning, Rob. Welcome along to our little show. James, there we go. Virgin, 72 quid. Telephone, internet and TV. That's so dear. 72 quid. Is that dear? Sounds dear to me. 72 quid for these things. Blimey. Yeah, look, Katie. Now, she's in Australia. Now, are you with Telstar? Is it Telstar? Something like that? She pays for her internet $76 a month. I do know that the telephone people, the main Comtel, might be Comtel. Are you Comtel? I think it might be Comtel or Telstar, something like that. I do know that the internet in Australia, and generally the telephone system in Australia, is not well spoken about. They're not a very good company, according to my friends who live out there. Michael says, who are you with? I'm paying around $110 a month. Gosh, again, he's in Australia as well. That's so much money, isn't it? Good morning to Katie. Katie says she's watching Silly Wonka Chocolate Factory. I like that. Which one are you watching? The original or the other one? Or the new one with, what's his name? Edward Scissorhands it is, isn't it? Oh, dear. Good morning to JP. You're out of here. Oh, stop moaning, John. If you don't like it, don't watch. You want attention all the time, don't you? Moan. Shall I block you? Would you be happy of being blocked? Would that be better for you? God's sake, don't they moan, for Christ's sake. Oh, dear. I've already said hello to the lovely JoAnna. You've just come on. Ow, I'm out of here. He's not even answering us. Dear me. One more comment like that and I'll block you. Fed up with that. Good morning to David Wilson Boyer. Here in Switzerland, we pay £95 for Wi-Fi only. Or maybe we haven't got it here so bad after all. Do you think? I'm still not happy paying £53 a month from that tip. Gosh. Well, gang, we got another one trying to come back now. Ready for this? Jihadi John. Jihadi John. He's the latest one. We've had that other woman. What's her name? Shamima, she wants to come back with her new baby. I don't think so, darling. I think you've made your bed. Go and lay in it. That's it. She was on the phone to me the other day, Shamia. She'd heard that I've got a spare room going next door. She's on the phone, dear. Oh, hello, it's Shamima. Could I rent your space? Certainly not, dear. No, I don't think so. I'm not having a baby screaming its head off in the door next door. Well, we've got another one now. Another one now in the Daily Mirror and many of the papers this morning here. A British man known as Jihadi Jack. The name says it all, doesn't it? You know what sort of thing he does. Jihadi Jack admits he welcomed the 2015 Paris terror attack as a good thing. while he was living in war-torn Syria. These are the sort of people. And now he wants to come back. He's 23 years old. He said he felt the ISIS gun and bomb attack, which killed 130 people, was justified due to the Western coalition's airstrikes in Syria and Iraq. Oxford-born Letts is currently in a Kurdish prison at the moment. He travelled to Syria. Anyway, he's been on telly. In an interview with ITV News, he said he saw children die in coalition bombing raids while he was living in Raqqa, which is a former ISIS stronghold, and that left him welcoming the Paris attack in November 2015. Well, I think there's a bit of a difference there, don't you? You know, unfortunately, no matter how careful people are, you know, if you're trying to if you've got children and that somewhere, and you're trying to bomb the main whatever you're trying to bomb, unfortunately, sometimes people get accidentally tied up with that. I don't believe anyone goes out there to bomb children. They bomb to neutralise the problem that there is there. That's what I believe. There's a bit difference to going in. Is that the thing in Paris with the lorry? Do you remember that? The lorry that literally just ploughed into loads of people randomly. I didn't see any soldiers there. So you attacked innocent people. I think there's a bit of a difference there, Sunshine. Oh, dear me. He says he holds dual nationality through his Canadian father and his British mum, Sally, and he wants to return to Britain, but he doubts the UK will move to bring him back. Of course we won't. We don't want you back here. You're an evil person. His parents are facing trial in the UK for allegedly funding terrorism by sending him money, but the couple deny the change and insist their son went to Syria to help refugees. Now he wants to come back. And what is it he said? He misses Doctor Who and pasties. Oh, really? Well, I tell you what, Sunshine, you continue missing those Doctor Who and pasties, because perhaps you can get your lovely mum to send some out to you. I must just imagine what it's like being someone's mother to someone like that who's coerced with bombing innocent people and murdering and killing people. What is it like to be them? Must be terrible when you think about it. I feel sorry for the mother. I do feel sorry for the mother. Tim, Kerry asks, are you doing anything for St. David's Day? I would think you're at Central. I don't think so. I don't know what's on. When is St. David's Day? Is that soon? Shall I refer to my calendar? 1 minute, please. I'll refer to my calendar. Let's have a look here. St. David's Day. Is it in Friday the 1st of March? No, it'd just be a normal karaoke day. We've not got anything specially on there. And look at that. The week after, it's Shrove Tuesday and Ash Wednesday. The week after that, that's not next week. The week after that, isn't it? Gosh, can't believe it. I'm down the hospital myself on Tuesday up at the Royal Free. You know the place, don't you boys? Where I go there. So I'm down there on Tuesday for my 6-monthly checkup. Ah, yes. James says he's not missing much with the last lot of Doctor Who anyway. The stories are all very politically correct, aren't they? I think the fun's gone out of Doctor Who, to be honest. Good morning to Stafford, who had great reception last night at karaoke. Chris, I don't think I'll recover. Were you at a karaoke last night, Mr. Stafford? Will you stop adding me to all these groups, dear? How many groups do you want me to be a member of? You keep adding me and I keep taking myself off. I haven't got time to look at all these groups. Very, very busy at all times busy. Katie's got the home phone with the deal. Oh, well, that's good. But it's a lot of money. Katie's watching the old Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's the better one, isn't it? Yeah. I found the new one a bit dark, didn't you? It was like, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, but maybe that's just the way they do modern stuff and all that. Good. Here's a story. Now, watch what bread you eat. Don't be eating bread and then driving. Very dodgy. Ready for this? This bloke, Markin, he's from Middlesbrough. Markin is his name. Is in Teesside. He's lost his job at Cod Beck Blenders after enjoying Aldi's honey-soaked seeded bloomer. Morning, Maureen. Maureen's texted in there. A dad was sacked for failing a drugs test after eating his favourite £1.58 loaf of bread from Aldi. This bloke's 35. He'd only been in the factory job for 2 weeks after he was asked for a sample. I wonder what sort of sample it was asked for. The father of two has never taken illegal substances, doesn't smoke, and only has 1 glass of wine a month. But bosses at Cod Beck Blenders said his random drug test came back positive for small traces of opiates, a group of drug known as downers. So opiates, are they like pain relief drugs, aren't they? Opiates, I think. Is codeine one of those? I think codeine. I don't take pills ever. Very, very rarely. Unless the doctor says, take this or you'll die. They're the only I don't do headache tablets or pain relief tablets. I kind of take the opinion that I know a lot of people, get a headache or straight away they take a couple of tablets, don't they? My pen has just slid straight off that table. Wait a minute. Oh, it's gone right underneath that, hasn't it? Get that pen. Yeah, I'm kind of the opinion that one day I might need a strong pain relief. And if I'd been taking pain relief for, I don't know, months or years, now and again, it might make the time that I really need it work less well. And that's one of the reasons I don't take it. Honestly, I don't. Sometimes I'll have an antihistamine tablet before I go around to my sister's house because of all her dogs around there. They do give me really bad breathing problems around there. Anyway, the story goes on. Markin, it's either Marcin or Markin, Marcin, was then fired, leaving him unable to provide for wife Camilla and their sons. I'm absolutely devastated. I felt so powerless and discriminated against. She's never taken drugs. I was so shocked because I've never smoked, never taken drugs, and rarely drink wine, the machine operator said. But he did some research online and found opiates are derived from the resin of the opium poppy seed pod. Marcin then realised he regularly eats honey-soaked seeded bloomer, which contains poppy seeds from the budget supermarket chain Aldi. Well, you would never have thought that, would you? He took a sample of the £1.58 loaf to a private lab. It came back with the same non-negative, which means small traces. So there's not massive amounts in it. You're not going to be able to, go and eat a loaf of bread. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like Brian on the Magic Roundabout, the snail. Or was it the rabbit? No, it was the rabbit, wasn't it? It was always off his head. Off it on a children's programme. Yeah, man. Da, 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 da. We like the Magic Roundabout. Since his research, Marcin, who moved from the UK from Poland, said, I started researching on the internet and found stories of other people who tested positively for drugs after eating seeded bread. My wife and I had just started changing our diet and eating more healthily. I'd been eating the bread every day. The proof is in the lab results. It's such a relief because the feeling of no one believing you drives you mad. I hope no one else is ever treated like this. So, yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable. Very strange. He said, like many businesses, we have a system, this is the boss, a random testing policy to check for substance misuse. In this case, a temporary worker happened to be tested and returned a non-negative result. So it's not a positive result. It's a non-negative. That must be like really low levels or something, I suppose. Why? Surely they would know. Surely they would know that some sort of. I mean, I wouldn't because I'm not an expert. But some foods would contain stuff in there. When you think about it, I suppose in certain parts of the world they grow these things, like the poppies and all that, and they might be quite close to wheat fields or something like that, and you could get a bit of a crossover, couldn't you? So you're eating your bread. Unbeknowingly, there might be a couple of poppy seeds that have fallen in there. You don't know, do you? In this particular case, it says the result came back positive, but the lab said it was consistent with a dietary source, not medication or anything untoward. After the second test, we communicated the results to the agency who hired him, and they sacked him. Terrible. Heroin is made from opium, so that's dreadful, isn't it? Dreadful. The case echoes the moment Angela Rippon was tested positive for opiates on Rip Off Britain food after eating a loaf of bread. The presenter was unaware the poppy seeds contained opiates as she delivered a segment on drugs tests at workplace. She said, in more than 50 years of broadcasting, I've found myself in a number of extraordinary situations, but I must say, I never thought I'd find myself taking a drugs test, let alone having it come back positive. Angela Rippon! The secret's out, boys and girls. Angela was always off her head when she was reading the news. Gosh, that is shocking. That's absolutely shocking. James said they did a show on BBC about poppy seeds. They got a load of people to eat a lot of them, and I think about a third of them came back positive on drugs tests through eating bread. Unbelievable. Rob says on Google Maps, you know you can give your reviews and contributions on places you visited and give it a description and star rating. Well, I've done this for about 3 months now. I didn't know that when you get so many views on your reviews, as a way of saying thanks, Google sends you out a small gift. Oh, so I waited and waited. Eventually the free gift arrived. It was a pair of Google socks. 1 week after having the socks, I checked my emails and there's an invoice from Google stating thanks for your purchase. Amount outstanding £15, postage and packaging free. I couldn't believe that they were charging me for the socks that was stated as free for getting so many views on my reviews on Google Maps. The issue has since been resolved. I haven't had to pay, and they said it was a technical issue. That old chestnut. I would have sent the blooming things back. Good morning, Johnny Key. Morning, Johnny. What a cheek. I would have sent them back. Fancy sending you something and then being charged for it. I've heard this before on news programmes as well, actually. You know, people receiving stuff from, I don't know, Amazon, not Amazon, but stuff through the post with an invoice that they'd never asked for before. I've seen that on the telly as well. Good morning to Dukey Chris. Morning, Chris. Look, perfectly working arm this morning. Look, no clicking, nothing like that. I think I'm cured, man. Man, I'm cured. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. A true blue spectacle. A miracle come through. Yeah. It's a miracle this morning. Look at that. I'm able to remove... talking of removing plugs, anyone else notice how difficult it is to remove the official Apple charging plug from a wall socket? Why is it so difficult to remove that? Have you tried it? You know what I mean? Does anyone else have difficulty with that? The official... Have I got one here? No, I think it's in the other room. The official Apple charging plug is a very sort of thin thing, and it's very difficult to grip. It needs one of, maybe I should perhaps they do one of those, with the pull-out thing. You can't get the damn thing out the wall. And I always worry, your fingers are kind of going round it. It go round so far, you'll touch the metal things and electronically electrocute yourself. Very, very dangerous, dear. Very dangerous. Huh? You can text into the show if you want to. 07551 259 675 is the texting number. It's not a phone-in number, okay? We do have a phone-in number, but that's not open this morning because lots to do, dear, lots to do. Another story here, staying on the subject of Apple, the new iPods are coming out. Apple AirPods. Now, they are those stupid little white things. You see them people walking around with them in their ears. They do look funny. Hello, JoAnna. Is it too early in the programme for singing? Careful, JoAnna. I will sing a whole song if you're not careful, dear. I will be forced to sing. Millions of people all over the world would love me to sing a song. It's only you. It's only you that don't like my singing, JoAnna. Apple have you seen them with the little white things sticking out their ears? It's like these. Oh, I meant to do something with these. It's like these, but no wire on. And I can never get these damn things to stay on me. And they don't feel right, these. I don't like them. Don't like those. Adrian says, you got too much of a limp wrist, Chris. That's why you can't move from your Apple plug. Can't get it. Here, look. Chris wants me to sing. I could sing Sweet Nothings in your ear anytime, Chris. I think you know that. Chris put the phone down on me yesterday because he had a visitor. That's all I'm saying. Honestly, at 6 o'clock at night as well. No class, some people. No class at all. Michael wants me to sing as well. Look, people are begging me to sing here, JoAnna. Apple is expected to launch new AirPods this year. So they've got some new ones of these coming out without the wire, you see, without the wire. All right. Rumours suggest they come in a sleek black finish. The hugely popular wireless earbuds, so they're very popular, these things. Have you seen them walking around with these little bits of plastic sticking out their ear holes? The hugely popular wireless earbuds have not been upgraded since they were released 2 years ago, and the new versions could set you back, are you ready for this? £200. Are you for real? £200 for two of these little things. I'm sorry, people have got more money than sense. Listen, as a DJ, when I was a DJ, I used to buy expensive headphones, and I paid, I think the most I paid was about £120, and they're here. These are my headphones. That's a proper pair of headphones, isn't it, eh? Look, no, now, look at the difference. I mean, this looks the job, doesn't it? These got really good bass, and you need a pair of loud headphones when you're DJing, because obviously, you know, you've got all the speakers around you. The headphones have got to be louder than the speakers on your ear. Okay? I mean, look, what would you rather have? Come on. What would you rather have? A pair of these? Or a pair of... Look, which would you rather? It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. £200 are going to charge for a pair of those without the wire. Huh? Look, I am Borg. Borg. We are Borg. You will be assimilated. Borg. Star Trek thing. Don't you watch Star Trek? Oh, please yourselves. According to the Taiwanese site, the Economic Daily News, Apple's supply chain has already started mass producing the AirPods 2, ready for release this year. £200 these are going to be. An insider told the publication that the buds will ship with a high-tech exterior coating. This will increase grip, making them less likely to fall out your ears. So they know they fall out your ears. The AirPods 2 will be in at least two colour options, including the traditional white and a new stealth black. Well, at last, non-racist earbuds. I think Apple must be a very racist company because they only have white earbuds at the moment. That's disgusting. And you would think a tech company would know better. White racist earbuds available now from Apple. Disgusting. There needs to be a Labour left-wing Facebook group set up for this. Apple must be classed as racist because at the moment they only have white earbuds, but they are bringing out black ones. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'm sure you agree with every last word of that. Michael says, I paid $200 for Apple iPods. Well, that would be the old ones, wouldn't it? So perhaps in Australia, I would imagine they're going to be about $350 Australian. Something like that. That's a lot, isn't it, eh? Look at Rob. There's another one. Rob, belt out a banger. Sing. Sing, sing. Shall I sing for you this morning? You want me to sing, don't you? I know you want me to sing. I know. Duke. Racist earbuds. White earbuds are racist against people of other colours. Disgusting. We need more colours. That's what we need. More colours. Look at all these multicolours here. Blue, everything I've got here. Look, blue, there's black, there's red. I am multiracial here in the Mirable Studios of Royal Berkshire. Multiracial. That's what we want, dear. Thank you very much. JoAnna, please don't ask for singing. It's not me asking, JoAnna. Other people are asking me to sing this morning. That's how it is, dear. It's not me. I'm not forcing my vocal talents on anyone, dear. They want me to sing, JoAnna. Oh, no, Duke is offended. Oh, a little snowflake, love. Listen, do you know what I do to snowflakes? I stand next to them and I melt them. The same as I've probably melted your heart a few times, Dukey Chris. I can see it in your eyes when you're talking to me, dear. I can see the little sparkle. It's a dead giveaway, that little sparkle in your eyes, Chris. You know, I mean, so what if I'm twice your age? It doesn't matter, does it? Age. People keep telling me age is but a number. Absolutely. Maybe I'm not old enough for you, Chris. Is that what it is? I'm sure it is. The Oompa Loompas are on the loose. Oh, she's watching that blooming Charlie and the Chocolate Factory film. Wouldn't you like a chocolate river? Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? You just get up in the morning. I don't know. You have your breakfast. I think I just have a cup of chocolate. You just go over to your personal river with the chocolate flowing down it and you dip it. Oh, that would be lovely. Don't eat the blueberries. Do not eat the blueberry pie. You'll burst. I'll give you one more story and then I might sing. Don't turn off, JoAnna. I might give something away later. I might give away a holiday or something. Never turn off. Adrian, Chris, you can bring a sparkle in my eye when I talk to you from your bad breath. I haven't got bad breath. Well, I did have once. I think that put Chris off for a while. I had garlic breath once. He didn't call it garlic breath, did he, Chris? I remember that moment. Daily Mirror. Now, tell me if this is gross or not, right? When faced with having part of their leg amputated, most people would be concerned about what their life was going to be like from now on. I can't imagine that. Can you? I do wonder sometimes, like people who are blind, are born blind or born deaf or born with one leg missing, two legs missing, whatever. Are they better off than someone who has had that sight, hearing, all their limbs, and then had one removed or something lost, like the sight? I mean, just imagine for a second going blind. That's frightening, isn't it? Go and do that. Right, do that, and bear in mind in your mind, you'll never see again. So having seen for, I don't know, 5 years, 50 years, 80 years, suddenly you wake up one morning and your sight is gone. That must be absolutely devastating. I would imagine that's much worse than someone who is born and has never been able to see. We have one of our friends here is blind, Brian. I don't know if he's with us today. Young lad. I don't think he's ever been able to see. Perhaps next time he's on, we might. I wouldn't like to upset anyone by asking that question, but it is just a question. What is it like to have never seen? Perhaps if you are blind and have always been blind, you wouldn't be able to answer that question because you have never seen. But to have sight or two arms and lose your sight or one arm or both arms must be absolutely devastating, mustn't it? Back to the story then. One woman is more worried about what will happen to the missing part of her. So it looks like she's going to have something removed here. A 55-year-old, her name's Joan, has revealed that she doesn't want her leg to go to waste. She's having her leg removed. So she's come up with a rather unusual plan to ensure her missing limb is useful, even when it's no longer attached to her body. Now, are you ready for this? Joan, she lives in Manchester, up to north, got in touch with a website that helps people find unique services to suit their needs. In this case, Joan is on the lookout for someone who can transform the skin from her amputated leg into a beautiful handbag. And yes, she knows it's an odd and gross thing to do. Now, would you do this? I'm sure there's one or two of you who are watching today who have got the diabetes, and you know one of the things that can happen is that you lose a limb through diabetes. Would you do that? If you lost like an arm, a leg, I don't know, something, perhaps just a foot. I say just a foot. I wouldn't like to lose a foot. Would you allow your skin to be taken off that and made into a bag that you can carry around? I think it's really odd. She says she knows it's odd and gross. She says, it's looking very likely that I'm going to have my lower leg amputated, and my heart goes out to her for that, soon. She says, I have peripheral arterial disease. And I was reading about the human waste scandal where they just dumped body parts in a dump to rot, and I don't want that to happen to me. I was chatting to a friend about leather and how it's essentially just treated animal skin, and I had a light bulb moment. Can I use my amputated leg to create something more beautiful and useful? She says, I'm finding out whether or not I can keep my leg after the surgery, and the discussions have been positive so far, so fingers crossed. She went on to explain that if she does get to keep her leg, she'd like to have a professional lined up so to make it into a bag, and she knows exactly what she wants it to look like. I'm thinking it will be a medium-sized bag with a short strap and a section down the middle that would be made with my skin, and the rest will be made from another material, she continued. Or maybe she could have an arm off as well and make the strap out of that. I don't know. I think a bag is the most logical route to go down. It's basically the same as a leather handbag, but this one is with my own skin. It belongs to me, so why not? Jones provided a few sketches of what she envisioned the bag to look like and revealed that she was willing to pay £3,000 to see her creation come to life. I would imagine it wouldn't be a cheap thing to do, would it? I've walked around Harrods. I've walked around Harrods before, and I've picked up a bag there, and the Queen comes running over, and she, can I help you, sir? It's like that. Can I help you, sir? Yeah, I'm just looking at, what's the price of this bag? Oh, that one's 40,000. Oh, thanks very much. I don't know if I like this one. And then you pretend that you can afford it, but you don't like it. Oh dear. She wants it all to be handled privately, as her family aren't exactly happy about her idea. It's a part of me and I want to keep it. Well, I get that. I do get that. Yeah, you want to hold on to your limb. Do you know what? I don't think I have a problem with that. It's her leg. Why the bloody hell shouldn't she do what she wants with it? Interesting. What do you think? Dookie Chris, can we win a week holiday at your caravan? You don't need to win, Chris. You just let me know when you want to come up there with me. There's plenty of room in my little bedroom for 2 people. Don't worry about that. Although I'm getting a smaller bed soon, Chris. I must warn you, I'm going down to a 4-foot bed because it's a small bedroom. All right. Katie, no, she's not into that, Katie. Michael, no, he wouldn't do it. Katie says you could use her leg as a plant pot. Oh, you are naughty. Right. I think, Adrian, I hope she doesn't waste the bone in her foot as well. It could be used as a doorstop. Or you could give it to a dog, couldn't you? Would a dog eat a human bone? I suppose it would. Munching away on that. What do the vegans think of that story? Oh, dear. Right, I shall now sing a song, boys and girls. Yes, JoAnna, I'm singing a song today. I don't know what to sing, though. Oh, hang on. I'll have to get my music thing up here first. Let's see what we can sing. Leroy Brown. Do you like Leroy Brown? I like that one. It's a bit of a Frank Sinatra one. I'll have to just have my headphones on for the beginning of it. Otherwise, I won't be able to hear the music. I have to get the key, dear. The key, dear. Leroy Brown. Let's see if I can find that. Bad boy Leroy. You all right with that one? Where's karaoke? There it is. Which version shall we have? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Especially for my millions of viewers all over the world today. And especially, I'd like to dedicate this to JoAnna this morning. I would like to dedicate this to JoAnna because I know she wants to hear me singing it. Here we go. Are you ready, boys and girls? Bad boy Leroy Brown. In the style of Jim Croce. Here we go. Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now, Leroy more than trouble. You see, he stand about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him Treetop Lover. All the men just call him Sir. And he's bad, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong. He's meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Leroy, he a gambler, and he likes his fancy clothes. He likes to wave those diamond rings in front of everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental. He got an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He's got a razor in his shoe. Now he's bad, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong. He's meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, Friday, about a week ago, Leroy's shooting dice, and at the edge of the bar sat a girl named Chris, and he thought that looked nice. Well, he cast his eyes upon him, and the trouble soon began. Leroy Brown, he learnt the lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. Who was your wife, Chris? And it's bad. Was it Shy? The baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the two men took to fighting, and when they pulled them from the floor, Leroy looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. And he's bad, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he's bad, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he's badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Ba-da-ba. Yeah! There you are. All right. Especially for JoAnna today. There you go, JoAnna. A little song for you. Perhaps I should sing a daily song for you, JoAnna. Would you like that, my love? Good morning to Keith George, who's in Sydney, Australia. Good morning, Keith. Nice of you to join us there. You must be going to bed soon. Keith is travelling the world, entertaining millions of people over the world. Robert says, I retract my request for you to sing. Too late. I've done it now, mate. Ray Reynolds says, can you sing the 1812 Overture? No, can't do that, I'm afraid. No 1812 Overture. All right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. It's birthday time here on United Kingdom Talk. 8 for you today. Lee Gasson. Good morning, Lee. Happy birthday to Lee this morning. How old are you today? Oh, it hasn't come up. There we are. 44 years old today. Good morning, Lee. Happy birthday to you. Kai Stafford. Good morning, Kai. DJ. Happy birthday to Kai. Billy Carl. Good morning, Billy. Young, 37 years old today. Good morning, Billy. Happy birthday to you. One of our Manilow ladies, Rosemary Crowley-Dixon, is today 67 years old. Happy birthday, Rosemary. Charlene Chambers. Good morning, Charlene. Happy birthday to you. David Bethel. Happy birthday, David. And Kelly Buckhorn's birthday today as well. So quite a few there. Happy birthday, boys and girls. You're lucky, JoAnna. You get to hear me sing twice today, darling. Twice. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There we are. Enjoy your birthdays, boys and girls. Not sure about a show tomorrow morning. Certainly won't be one early because tomorrow's when I play the organ at church and I need to get there early tomorrow to just have a little try of the hymns. Because, I mean, although I've got like my keyboard here, it's not the same as the one at the church, you see. I've got pedals at the church, so I don't have pedals here. I was considering actually on eBay, they do sell, people sell old organs with pedals. And they can be like really cheap, like 40 quid, although you've got to go and pick them up. They're heavy bits of kit, really. I think you'd need probably 2 people to put one in. Whether or not you could I presume you can take the legs off these things. I don't know. I don't know if I'd get one in my car or not, but they're relatively cheap second hand on eBay. A lot of organs for sale with pedals and like dual things, and so I might considering doing something like that possibly. JoAnna says, here we go again. It would be enough to sing happy birthday. I think 2 or 3 songs a show, to be honest now, JoAnna. You know, I could open with one, like a big show number. Like they would do the Cilla Black show or something like that. I could open with a song, then we go into my chats, take a few phone calls, and then halfway through, I could, perhaps go downstairs and give you a bit on the piano, like a proper entertainment show. What do you think, JoAnna? I want you to just, mull that around in your head and see what you think of that, okay? Anyway, that's it for the show today. Thank you very much for joining us, boys and girls. A pleasure, as always, to chit-chat away with you. And I'll see you again on the next show. Don't forget to have your little subscribe button set there or your follow button on Facebook Live. And then whenever there's a new show live, you should get some sort of indication on your mobile phone or whatever you've got switched on to tell you that there's a show happening. Have a nice Saturday, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.